Have I complained? Yes, I have. I wanted to be a paragon of mental health and strength. I wanted to be successful and productive. And it didn't turn out the way I planned. As I grew older, I learned more and more just how broken I am. I have a tendency to procrastinate. I'm distractible. I'm probably afflicted with some ADHD, certainly with people pleasing. I have sexual brokenness that I won't even go into at this point. But between my wife and I, we have experience with all kinds of difficulties with mental illness like depression, bipolar disorder in our families, addiction, alcoholism, adultery and affairs. There's been just a raft of relational difficulties. We have a lot that is not great about our families. And it troubled me. I wanted things to be better for me, for my wife, for our children. And yet, as time has gone on, I've learned that in working with people, the best way to give them tangible help is to share from my own experience, from my own sense of brokenness and shame, my own pain and grief, at my own brokenness and that of my family. Whether it's the suicide of my brother or my own issues with gender and sexuality, it helps me to be able to share from my own suffering and experience of strength and hope through Jesus and through my faith. It's remarkable that people's receptivity to outside input is radically assisted if they know that you've gone through something similar. And so I get to help a lot of people with a lot of pain, a lot of dysfunction, a lot of brokenness, because I've experienced it firsthand or in walking with someone that I love. Whatever you are dealing with today, whatever brokenness you may have experienced in the past or experiencing now, rest assured that God can make brokenness a blessing for you. Like the Apostle Paul, who had a thorn in the flesh, which was unnamed, but deeply troubling and painful to him. God chose not to remove the thorn in the flesh, but rather to say to the Apostle Paul, "My grace is sufficient. My power is made perfect in weakness." And Paul goes on to say in 2 Corinthians chapter 13 that now he delights in hardship, in infirmity, in weakness, because he says, when I am weak, then I am strong. One of the ways that you can be strong in your life is to let God turn your suffering into serving, to let your burdens be part of the blessing that you can use to assist other people. Paul tells us in Romans 12 that we should weep with those who weep and rejoice with those who rejoice. When we enter into people's suffering, especially if we've been in a similar situation, we can give them the gift of empathy and true understanding, and we can invite them to piggyback on our strength, to lean into our experience so that they can learn some lessons that we may have learned the hard way. So I'm the loony doc, I'm broken, and yet God uses it to help me be a blessing to others. I hope you'll let him do the same for you. I love you.